Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, 5 cable TV networks are most likely to shut down in 2024. Amazon's Prime Video is going to be adding commercials next week. We'll break down everything you need to know before that happens and how you could avoid them if you want to. And would you be willing to pay for some features with Alexa? Yes, there is reports that Amazon's looking for ways to make Alexa profitable, including charging for some premium features, what those be, and more. We'll break down. First though, if you're new here, you can find out all these stories I talk about down in the show notes and in the first pinned comment. I put a link to each one there so you can read about it for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of television. So with that said, let's dive into it, starting off with 5 cable TV networks most likely to shut down in 2024. Last year, S&P Global made a report where they broke down what they believed would be the networks most likely to shut down. We've taken it a bit farther. Instead of just saying the networks most likely to shut down, what networks are most in danger in 2024 to shut down? I've been covering media like this for almost 10 years now, I should say, just almost over. And I'm taking my countless interviews, experience, analyst history, and breaking down some numbers here. Number 1, Universal Kids. Now, Universal Kids lost 9% of its audience in 2023. Just 21,000 people watch the network on average. There's definitely an argument here to take that content and move it over to Peacock. Why spend all the money to run a kids network that only 21,000 people are watching during prime time, which may mean the middle of the day could be far lower. That's a pretty tough number. Kids networks overall have been hit very hard by cord cutting and streaming, as many kids now go to YouTube and other places to watch their content instead of watching it on cable network. Cartoon Network, there's been reports that their average viewer is now over 18 years old, and that's why we've seen Adult Swim start earlier and earlier, and now they do a classic block of television leading up into Adult Swim with that. So it's very interesting to see that move there that in the past would have been adult kids watching is now adults, and they're trying to cater to that. FXX. Now, we already know Spectrum agreed with Disney to drop that network. The network lost 70% of its audience. Still has 204,000 viewers. This is one of the most viewed channels of all the channels on this list. But the question is that content better served putting that content on Hulu and Disney Plus, driving people to your paid subscription, or keeping it on cable, especially with the second largest cable TV company in the United States now dropping it. I would say it's better that way. Boomerang lost 21% of its audience as classic Cartoon Network or cartoon focused network. Has just 41,000 people watching during prime time. These numbers come from the yearly Variety report. Again, probably best to put that on Max and help grow Max. All the sub channels, MTV, MTV Classic, and other MTV channels, only MTV2 even appeared on the top 150 channels on Variety. It lost 13% of its audience and has just 48,000 viewers. The other channels didn't even register. BET's sub channels like BET Her, BET Hip Hop, I also believe are on the bubble. BET Her is the only one to show up. 41,000 viewers, lost 7% of its audience. So leave me a comment. Which one of these networks do you think is most likely? Do you have one you would add? I'd love to hear from you. Amazon's Prime Video will next week start including ads in all current packages. If you'd like to avoid them, they'll cost you $2.99. With this, you'll see them start on January 29th. And from there, you will see more channels or more ads on there. Now, they say this will be significantly fewer commercials than you see with cable television, but they'll still be there. If you want to get a full breakdown on how you can add the $2.99 one there, check the show notes. But just a quick reminder, it's coming. I know next week a lot of people are going to be blindsided. Just an FYI. All right, Amazon's looking at charging for Alexa services in our next story. Amazon's reportedly looking for ways to make money on Alexa. It's a voiced AI-powered assistant. It allows you to play music, set timers, ask questions, and a whole host of other things. Well, now Amazon's reportedly looking for ways to have it generate revenue. It never turned into the big shopping assistant. Many wondered if it would. And now with them needing to invest money to keep up with things like ChatGPT, a new Google, Microsoft, and other places who are investing in voice-powered AI along with Apple, they're looking at putting some features behind it. As one source told Ars Technica, told the Business Insider, that if it failed to generate revenue, it's in trouble. So Amazon's looking to sink a ton of money into it. And to do that, they're like, hey, how are we going to use this to generate revenue? And it seems like putting some features behind a paywall is one way they're looking at doing this. We'll have to keep close eye on this, but question of the day. Would you pay Amazon for a more intelligent, better version of Alexa with more features? If so, what features would that have to be, and what would you want Alexa to do, or what would you pay for it? Leave me a comment, let me know. That's my question of the day with the story. All right, we reported last week how Amazon had offered to invest in Bally Sports, parent company Diamond Sports Group. This will allow Bally Sports to continue to operate past the 2024 MLB season. Would also see streaming of games for MLB, NBA, and NHL move from Bally Sports to the Amazon Prime Video app as an add-on for extra money. Well, it seems like Major League Baseball wasn't too happy with that. Last Friday, there was supposed to be a court hearing that got canceled by Major League Baseball, as they say they had no idea that this deal was in the works, and they were kind of blindsided by it. Major League Baseball's lawyers said they had to do a lot of research, and they asked for more time, and this puts the whole future of Major League Baseball on Bally Sports in danger, as a deal was almost done that would have likely seen TV rights for Major League Baseball revert back to the teams after the current season. But now we're looking at maybe meaning that we'll see a massive change to the contract. Bally Sports wants to roll back their contracts, the original ones, to keep going past the 2024 season. Of course, Major League Baseball has long talked about taking those TV rights back and streaming it themselves. They don't seem all that happy about Amazon being the new streaming partner. We'll keep a very close eye on this, but watch out. You know, even though that there's a lot of news that this is happening, the judge still needs to prove it. Partners need to agree to it, and it sounds like some leagues, including Major League Baseball, may push back on it. All right, if you're a YouTube TV customer, a new library for its DVR and on-demand content is rolling out. This seems to be rolling out to Apple TV users first and other devices. Once again, it's moving the menu bars from either the left side or the middle, depending on what type of device you are, to the back to the top like they used to be. And they're also changing some basic ways it works. New shows are just called series, instead of it being from oldest to newest on a lot of it. Instead, Google is now sorting it by what it believes you are most likely to want to watch with this. If you have this new guide, you're kind of stuck with it. If you don't have it yet, it's kind of up to Google how they're rolling that out. They're rolling it out on an account-by-account basis, not by device so much, though it does seem that Apple TV users are getting the new layout earlier. Kind of an interesting move to see this come to Apple TV, not even Google's own device first, but it is what it is. Now again with this, if you have it, great. This basically just changes the layout of where the menus are and how it sorts the episodes. YouTube's main complaint about the service has always been its DVR guide, difficult to find stuff. And for some reason, they keep changing it. People keep liking it less. We'll see what happens there. Let me know, do you have the new guide? And what do you think of it? Paramount may be sold to a private equity firm. We learned about a week ago that the parent or the majority owner of Paramount, National Amusements, the family there, has decided to put their share up. They have like 77% of Paramount's voting shares. When you own 77% of something, you basically own it. Now they're looking to put all that up for sale, and now it's being reported that Apollo Global Management, a massive investment firm who at one point owned AMC Theaters back in the early 2000s and hundreds of other companies, is one of the bidders that are reportedly going to participate in this auction. The owners of the share are putting it all up for auction for the highest bidder to win. We'll see how that plays out, but for now, this means we got Warner Bros. Discovery, several other smaller investment groups and media companies, and now Apollo Management Group, a massive, massive investment firm, all bidding to be the new owners of Paramount. When will this happen? We don't know. They are in the preliminary early phases of an auction, which means they're putting people under non-disclosure agreements, giving them some information to help them make a proper bid. But anything could happen, including a private sale or the auction getting canceled and the owners keeping it. Until it actually goes to auction, it just won't happen. All right, last up, we reported last week how Roku's new Roku branded televisions are now for sale on Amazon. And now, because of that, their QLED TVs are now the -- best-selling TV in the QLED category on Amazon. With this, we'll see hundreds of TVs being sold. as it seems like people really do like these new Roku TVs. So question, do you have the new Roku brand TVs? Leave me a comment, let me know if you like them. Let's get into the question of the day. Every day I answer a question that somebody asks me here. If you have a question you want me to answer, check out the show notes down below, leave me a comment. And in there, start with something like a question for Luke, so I know it's a question you want me to answer. If I don't happen to answer your question, re-ask it. I'll do my best to answer it in another video. All right, starting off with MJM's question. I'm hearing about a new sports channel from Scripps. Do you know anything about this? Yes, it's called Scripps Sports, but it's not necessarily a channel right now. Now, Scripps Sports is a new sports division of Scripps, who owns a massive number of local ABC, NBC, Fox, and CBS stations. Already, they're pairing up with several sports teams to move sporting events from regional sports networks like Valley Sports to broadcast television. And from there, we can go and launch, and they can launch local broadcasts of Major League Baseball, NBA, and NHL is the hope here. Now, it's not necessarily its own network as much as its ability to air this stuff on local television. Could they someday launch one? We saw Sinclair launch A1, 24/7 Stadium. They recently sold that off for basically nothing as long as the new owner absorbed the debt. I don't know if we really need another 24/7 sports network. Maybe a free one. We have seen CBS have some success with their CBS HQ Sports Network, 24/7 sports streaming news through things like Pluto TV. Could we see Scripps do the same? Sure, but I think for now, what we're seeing is they're focused on acquiring sports rights to major professional sports to air on local broadcast television stations. And I think that's what they're going to continue to do. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video like this. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up. It really does help us. We'll see you all again tomorrow real soon.